Hello. So I just want to say thank you to those that commented on the song that I sang last time. I am very grateful and I'm so happy that you enjoyed. I think I touched many souls out there, which made me feel like, oh, maybe I should do this often. But unfortunately, today I'm not singing, but I am going to be doing um, the Bible heroes. So today I'm just gonna talk about the my number one top five Bible heroes. My number five, we start from the bottom actually. My number five is King David. We all love King David. For me, basically, it's like being chosen by God when he was just like a little boy in the field taking care of the animals, the goats, he was just a shepherd out there taking care of his father's animals. And yet the big brothers, they were out there at home being bullies. And actually, God saw something in Joseph and in David. And then he loved him and he saw something bigger than what the family were seeing. So that's when he sent Samuel to go and anoint David. And it was actually a surprise to everyone. How could this little boy be anointed when there are these big, bold brothers, the war warriors? It was just like it didn't make sense to them. But that's what God does. He does things that don't make sense to us humans, but He is God. He knows better. So He's my number five. And my number four is King Solomon. God wanted to bless him and he wanted to know what he wants for the blessing. And King Solomon said, I want wisdom. So that touched me so much because I was thinking in our days when I look at us, when God asks us, it doesn't mean like we don't want any of these, like we don't want wisdom or anything, but it will be way far for us to think about wisdom. We'll be like, oh, maybe Lord, if you can help me pay my mortgage off, pay my car loans, all of them, get rid of my debt and start a new life. So that's what we'll probably be asking God. But King Solomon, he said, I want wisdom, and God gave him wisdom, and he is well known for wisdom. That was a touching point for me. And number three is Joseph. Did I say Joseph? Yes, number three is Joseph. Joseph was only 17 years old when his brothers sold him to slavery. They were jealous of him, his dreams, his court, the favor from his father. So then they became so jealousy that they decided to throw him in a pit. From a pit to prison. It looked like his life was all done, finito. Years later, Joseph rose to be the second powerful man in Egypt. And when famine hit, guess who came begging for food? His brothers. But you know what? Joseph didn't care about what they did. He didn't mind. They were his brothers. He welcomed them, had a meal with them, and he forgave them everything they did. He said, you meant evil, but God meant good. So I like Joseph. He was just, and again, the other reason I watched Cartoon Joseph, it's kind of fun sometimes to watch Cartoon Joseph. You'll never hate that show. It's amazing. So that was my number three. So my number two is Elijah. Whew, let me tell you about one of the boldest moments in the Bible now. Elijah stood alone on Mount Carmel, facing 450 prophets of Baal. Elijah gave them a challenge, the prophets of Baal. He gave them a challenge. He said to them, we'll each build an altar, and the God who answers with fire, he is real God. He is God. The prophets of Baal prayed all day in their altar, and they prayed the whole entire day, scratched themselves, took dirt and threw it all over themselves, screamed. There was no fire. There was nothing. There was no answer. Nothing happened. Then Elijah prayed. And when Elijah prayed, suddenly fire fell from heaven. It burnt the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, even the water that was surrounding the altar. What a mighty God we serve. And that's the same God that we believe in today. So Elijah is my number 2. Because of that, he was showing off his God. It was pride. And number 1, you'll never guess who this is. Number 1 is Moses. My number 1 is Moses. The reason why I picked Moses, I feel like Moses went through a lot. Moses had to lead the children of Israel to the promised land. It wasn't just like, okay, let's go, and then we are there, or okay, we need food, we need water. Like, it wasn't like that. He went through a lot. They were disrespectful, threatening, like, they were just a lot. Like, he was a patient man. He was patient, even though they did all these things to him. He will go back to the Father in heaven, and he will pray and ask God to forgive them. For his sake, God forgave them. That's why they made it, because Moses will always go and pray and ask for forgiveness. So these are my top 5. I know maybe someone is thinking, oh, why can't it be Elijah because of what happened? I know exactly, but for me, I was just looking at what was really like. There's so much, it was so severe. Like for Moses, it was so severe. The situation was so hard, disrespectful, threatening him, wanting to, like, it was just too much for a human being for all those years. So this is why for me, I went with Moses. So I hope you enjoy this one. Hope to see you next time. Love you all. Take care.